Hello. Hello. And welcome.
To Moe's. On Dining Out for
I was welcoming them, the people's watching.
Welcome to He Said, She Said.
They're very excited.
Yes,
because they haven't seen us for...
We're back after 3 weeks of being gone.
I think we've only been gone 2 weeks.
Well, today marks 3 weeks, so 2 shows.
Yes, we did not do 2 shows.
Correct. And I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. You look different, you sound different. How do you feel?
I feel just absolutely the same. Look, I told you he was coming.
See? Shots always.
No, bring them. Come.
Come, see?
Look, did you not bring one for Jay?
Oh, Strap.
Very sweet of you to... Thank you. How old are you?
17.
Yeah.
Lovely. Perfect.
That's what I was telling him. Because he looks like... to talk to him, I'm afraid I'm going to be on To Catch a Predator.
Well, you could be.
It was like Kool-Aid.
That was a little fruity-ish.
Yeah. All right, so what have you been doing since I haven't seen you in weeks?
Well, I know. I've been, trying to keep up with you and what's going on because I know you haven't been feeling well. I've been having lovely conversations with your sister and your cousin and... because they love to keep in touch with me, but
well, because they're on Facebook.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not on Facebook.
You're not.
I mean, I am on Facebook, but I'm not on Facebook. I was looking yesterday, or maybe it was today, I got on Facebook, and like it tells you, like every time they do, people do things, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's that little number. 380. That was the last time I looked at Facebook.
Your notifications.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm like, what? It was too overwhelming, so I just turned it off.
Here, I'll turn it off, shut it down.
Yeah, and I had like 2 messages, like the message thing. I don't know why people do that. I don't know how to respond.
Right.
So people shouldn't do that.
Have you been using Twitter anymore?
No, I've not been using any social media. Oh, I feel like my breasts are falling out.
No Grindr, no Scruff?
No, nothing.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Girl, how are you getting dates?
I am a virgin. Besides that, I'm engaged.
Oh. To?
Jay?
Oh, right, yes. I completely forgot about that. I didn't know if it was Jeff or Jay or which one we're talking about.
Still engaged to Jay. His mother is still very excited about our
pending nuptials?
Yes.
Where are you waiting for it to be legal in California?
No, I want to get married in Canada.
In Canada. Well, that's right, because Jay's a Canadian citizen.
Yes, he's a dual citizen. And then that way I can become a dual citizen too. So we're going to go to some castle thing that he picked out in Canada. Victoria. Yes, it's lovely. I've seen pictures of it on the interwebs.
Is your family going to fly up there? Are you going to, this sounds like a very expensive wedding.
Well, yes, I'm worth everything.
And is the groom's parents supposed to pay for it, or is the bride's parents?
We're going to actually talk about relationships later, but that was an interesting topic that I had with someone, because like in the traditional wedding, the bride's parents pays for the wedding.
Yeah.
And then the groom's parents pay for
the honeymoon.
Well, they pay for the honeymoon and they pay for the rehearsal dinner.
Got it.
And the alcohol.
And the alcohol. Okay.
Right. So, if it was
a gay wedding.
Right.
The bottom pays. Who pays?
Oh, so
the bottom pays.
So Jay would be
Jay would pay. Okay. I didn't realize that's how it was. I am thinking that
I would go with that.
Most of the gay relationships, I think they kind of pay for it themselves.
Yeah.
So they just split it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But like when it becomes legal, I wonder what that would happen. Like when it becomes legal, and then you have younger kids growing up, and then they, when they get married, and they have accepting parents. How does that all work?
Right. And can you?
Or do they split it 50-50? I think all weddings should be just paid for 50-50. Yeah.
I absolutely do. Everything should be 50-50.
Because it just causes it just causes friction with families.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have already said you're not doing the whole joint checking account thing. Your money is your money.
No. His money is my money, and my money is my money.
Yes, exactly. You will just have a card.
Yes, we'll have a joint household account that all the bills will be paid from, that his paycheck will go into.
Correct.
I do not see anything wrong with that.
Well, I don't either, and I think that he would probably be very amenable to that. I mean, why not? He makes the big bucks.
Well, I don't know about that.
He does work for the state.
I know, that's why he has good benefits. That's why I'm marrying him.
That's why you're marrying him. It's either that or military.
Me and his mother talked about it.
I love the benefits.
She's very excited.
Well, and
she is currently at the moment loves me more than Jay right now.
Because?
Well, because she hurt herself. Well, it's an ongoing thing. Because she hurt herself, and Jay didn't go and visit her, and didn't, nothing. Like, for her birthday, she was injured, and Jay was like, oh, you can drive down here. And she's like, I'm injured.
That sounds like something I'd tell my mother.
Yes.
You can drive down here.
And, and he just texted her, and I actually physically called and talked to her on the phone. Well, I like to talk to people. I'm not a huge texter, so she loved that. And she's also mad at Jay, as am I, because I found out that he ate...
your Easter candy.
Yes, he ate all of the good things out of my Easter basket.
Right.
That she made for me, and so she was not happy about that.
Yes, I know, because that thing was sitting in your car for a couple of days and you just couldn't help yourself.
Still, neither one of us were amused.
Well,
she loves me.
All of my malted milk balls were fun.
So last time, so when was that? That was, we went to the Gay Men's Chorus thing.
Right.
So
I heard the story.
About
his freak out.
Oh, I don't care about that. So she calls at the end of the concert, as we were getting ready to leave. Or maybe it was during intermission. I think it was during intermission. So they were talking for a few minutes, and then he says, oh, I'm here with Ophelia. And she goes, oh! And so then, of course, she went to talk to me. So we talked, and so we're, and so intermission is almost done, and she goes, all right, well, just tell Jay I'll talk to him later. And she hung up, and Jay, takes the phone, and he's like, all right, Mom, and she, totally just hung up on him. Just boom.
Well, that's kind of like my mom with Donald. She don't really care about talking to me.
It was very funny.
I love that. How was the concert?
The concert was great, except for the last little bit when I explained to Jay, because first off, Jay wanted to park where we parked. You know what I'm saying? I would not have chosen that parking, in the parking structure. That was all Jay. Yes, let's just park there, yada, yada, yada.
It's quick.
So, okay, it doesn't matter if I was late or not. Still, I would have found, me, I have good parking karma.
Yes. Well.
So, when about 3/4 into the concert, I leaned over and I'm like, I think it's going to be interesting when this concert gets over, because all of these people are going to, leave.
Right.
Mr. Turner about had a coronary. Oh, we need to leave. We can't stay in that parking thing. Oh my God, we've got to go right now. I'm like, okay, first off, we're not going to walk out. It's a chorus singing. People will notice that we're leaving. It's not like it was.
There goes he said, she said.
Yeah, it's not like it's dark.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's right. Light. So it's not like it's not like you were seeing a play, which, all the house lights.
You can't be all inconspicuous.
No. And our seats, because originally our seats were handicapped, which I don't know how that happened, but anyway, so the seats were handicapped, so when they moved us, they put us right in the middle. So we would have had to either way interrupt people during the concert to move to get out. And then, it's not as if we're not two unknown people about town.
Right.
And he's like, oh no, we gotta go, let's go, we can't stay for that, we gotta go. I'm like, and then his leg.
And it's anxiety because of an earthquake or the
I don't
enclosed-
know. That's what he's afraid of. If there was some earthquake, then we would be in the parking structure and he would leave. And I'm like, dude, in the theater.
This is what you're marrying into.
I'm like, we would have been worse off sitting in the theater if there was an earthquake, because you would have had a couple hundred people mobbing the 3 exits there are to get out. We would have had a better chance of being killed there. At least in the parking garage, there are, it's cement for one, and the way that they're built, you would have more pockets of space. Oh, Lord.
Yes, I do. I do feel your pain.
But I was like, whatever. I ignored him. Because I'm very good at that.
And you got out quickly, I'm assuming. It wasn't too
yeah,
long
well,
of a wait.
I don't think that a lot of people that were there for the concert. I mean, there were many people that parked in there, but I think there are many other places that use the parking structure.
Yes.
That you have the bars all around there.
The restaurants.
All of that. They had that trolley that goes up and down University. And that's one of the stops in the parking thing. So, I don't think that it was just the people that were doing the theater. So that's. But the concert was great.
That sounds like a very eventful night. You guys went to 1202, I heard. How was 1202 with DJ Chi LaRue?
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. That wasn't the same night, though.
No, I think that was like the previous night.
I don't know.
Whatever.
It
all blends together for you.
Yeah, so that was lovely. And Shishi and Jay have photos together now, which is lovely.
Yeah, he'll be getting a call to start in a video soon.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you'll have to give your approval.
Yeah.
Hey, if it makes money.
So it was good to see. It was good to see Shishi. I haven't seen Shishi for a while, so that was kind of good. She looked good.
Fantastic.
And the bar actually started to fill up when it was a long day because I did other things before that. We went to Mike Dinwiddie's trivia.
His last trivia, or Mike Dinwiddie, who we've done
the match game.
The match game with.
Frank, Frank
Jones
is going to be taking that over.
Oh, is he?
He's going to be taking over the trivia. Yeah.
Awesome. Maybe he should take over match game.
Well, I think maybe one thing at a time.
Well,
so we did that, and then before that, I had other things going on. So that was by the time I got to 1202, I was done.
You were Ophelia.
Yeah, I was done. And then we go to SRO. Then we went to the SRO after that.
I always love your stories of SRO with Jay because he's just fascinated with the guys that go there.
Yeah, he was kind of fascinated with the guys that go there.
And none of them want him.
Not a one.
And hottest they can be.
But he flirts with them anyways.
He tries.
It's really cute.
Somebody should just give him a wig. He'd probably get some.
Well, what the funny thing was, there was this really, really, really hot guy in there. And Jay's like, oh, I think you might be gay. I'm like, oh, Jay, I think not. And I'm like, I think. And he goes, all right, fine. Well, give me your wig. He goes,
give me your wig.
I will put on a lipstick and a wig for that. I'm like, God. Really? I think it's a little more than just a lipstick and a wig to that.
Well,
I'm just a thought.
Hey, what? And he's moved, so SRO is super close to his house.
It's like 3 blocks or something.
That should be his new favorite place.
Yeah,
probably is, and we just don't know it.
Well, I don't go out. I don't go there very often.
No, you don't, because you don't go out. You're out Monday nights because you've got your show,
which has been going really good.
And you're here Thursdays.
I'm here on Thursdays.
So I mean,
and I do so many other things. I mean, yeah.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. All through the weekend, you've got your events and you've got other things going on. And
yeah. It's very.
You're just so popular.
Yeah.
You can't help it.
And Mo's anniversary party.
We were here for Mo's anniversary. That was the last time we were here.
But I didn't see you.
No.
Yes. Because you guys wanted to leave way early. I don't even know when you guys were like in a hurry to leave because it got so incredibly good.
Well, it was so packed when we were leaving. We were like, wow, this is fantastic. They were literally just getting ready to start whatever they were doing out here when we left.
Well, it was a fabulous night. Fabulous night. Although I will say that Chris Shaw, he was such a good sport that night because Chris Shaw likes to do shots of tequila.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a fan of tequila.
No.
And so at some one point during the night, I stopped drinking drinks and I was just doing shots. You know what I'm saying? And I was here with Holly, you know.
Holly Neiman.
She is so hot. Oh my God. She just gets hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter.
And she got 2 kids now.
Yeah.
And she looks amazing.
And she has a super fabulous husband, both because he's sweet and he's nice and great, and he's hot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, them together, I mean, just hot. Anyway, so that was fun. And then, so Chris Shaw comes over, and we were all doing, somehow we got on the topic of one of my favorite shots right now is Heier and Fireball.
Okay.
And they were saying that they, you know, that sounded really gross and yada yada yada. I'm like, no, it's really good.
Well, tequila's gross.
Yeah. And so Chris is like, comes over and he goes, oh, we're gonna do a shot. I'm like, I'll only do another tequila shot with you if you do one of my shots. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, promise? And he's like, okay. So we ordered tequila shots and we ordered the Fireball shots. You know, the Heier. Yeah. Chris wanted his Heier or his tequila shots first. Oh, look who it is. She's walking the runway.
Twerk.
So we did the tequila shot first, and then Chris goes, oh, wait, I've got to run over here, and ran before.
That's because he's smart. No, can't be doing. Wait, the last time he came behind the thing and did the shot with us, it was tequila. Yeah, I was not happy the rest of that show because you can still smell it, and you know that gives me the.
But it was still very good.
We have a ritual, of course, because we go to Baja Betty's after we leave here when we're done with the show. And we hang out with the crew over at Betty's and Kenny and our favorite bartenders, and Chris Barone is over there, who is Shalita Buffet. And last week they were doing the drive-by drag.
Drive-by drag.
Right. And so, of course, Gouda, he was all dressed up, and Mama Mo, and all the people were there. And we always do a shot with them every Thursday. And is it sweet? It's one of those sweet tea shots?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not a fucking shot. It's a drink. It is, you know, a glass a little bit bigger than this, full. And they make us shot it, and
they make us what?
Shot it, shoot it, shot, shoot, whatever. I can't do that thing. First of all, it's too sweet, and second of all, it's like 3 shots in one glass.
It sounds like my size shot.
Well, I'm like, can I have a straw, please? And they're like, what are you, a drag queen?
Okay.
So
yeah.
Oh my God, I think we need to take a break.
Okay,
let's take a break, and we'll be right back. We're back after a little battery adjustment, and all the Dining Out for Life divas are here. It is Dining Out for Life today, and we're going to be sticking around doing an ambassadoring, raising money, and if anybody can raise money, she certainly can. Oh, I can't believe you didn't get that before we even went on. Whatever. I love that how she dances.
That is how I dance. At most anniversary party, I was actually on the dance floor dancing.
That does not surprise me at all.
Dancing.
I have photos of previous Mo's parties that we have been to when you have been very animated. Yes, I know. So, should we talk about some stuff?
All right.
Besides Dining Out for Life?
All right, go ahead.
Speaking of Dining Out for Life, did you go anywhere today for lunch? Where'd you go for lunch?
I've not gone anywhere yet.
You haven't gone anywhere yet. We're here.
I've been very busy today.
Very busy.
I was supposed to go on UTTV today, and I didn't even have time for that.
Because of into our first topic, the drag show they're doing there tonight.
Yes, they're doing a drag show.
At USD.
One. Yeah, their second one they've done.
And so we should let everybody know that University of San Diego is the kind of Catholic.
It's a Catholic.
It is the Catholic University here in San Diego, and they have done a drag show every year to try to promote diversity and all that sort of stuff on campus. You know, Joseph Rocha, who's been on our show, is a graduate of USD, and as is Benny Cartwright, as is Todd Gloria. and this drag show. Who is it being hosted by? I can't remember. But so you were going to go on UTTV to talk about because there's this controversy that
because then there's another group of UCSD students which are opposed to it because it's a Catholic church, or it's a Catholic based school, and they don't want to have drag. They don't think that the drag show is appropriate.
Right.
And so they're going to be holding a prayer vigil outside during the performance.
Right. Because they think that hosting drag queens at USD promotes the homosexual lifestyle and
it's going to turn people into drag
and cross-dressing, which is a sin, and all of that stuff.
Yeah, all of that is what it's going to do.
Yeah. Well, the drag show is still happening.
Yes, it is. And I am just, you know what? Okay, so and what I was going to go on there talk about is that I really think that the other group, the prayer group, you know, which is really not a group. I mean, they're not part of a group. It's just some students.
Right.
You know, I really think that that is a form of bullying. And that was, you know, kind of what I had put out there, you know, my little fillers, that when you have a group, you know, if you don't agree with the show, then don't go to the show.
Right.
But to send a letter to the president of the campus and, you know, say that you don't want it there and that it shouldn't be there, and then you organize a group of people to go and protest it, and, you know, to have a prayer thing outside during that because you don't want it there. To me, it's like a big sandbox. And, you know, it's like they are just being bullies because they don't want those people to play in their sandbox. If you don't like it, don't go to the show.
Right.
You know, I mean...
Do you think that
Although I will say, the other part of that too is that I think because they are doing the prayer
vigil,
whatever, it actually has given the show itself much more attention.
Correct.
And they've sold more tickets. So there are more people that are supporting that than the people that aren't. So, you know, it was free advertising. So it's kind of a win-win. And I'm glad that tonight the people that are going to go pray have something to do now.
Right.
To go and pray.
They have people to pray for. If that's what they so choose.
Yeah, so the show is really a multifaceted...
It's reached its goal. It is bridging.
Yeah.
I
think it's interesting.
I saw it on KUSI News yesterday morning. They were talking about it, and you know, KUSI doesn't really dip its toes in a lot of the gay stuff,
right?
Unless there's some way that they can make it seem controversial. But they did talk about this yesterday, and they had someone on the show talking about, well, I mean, it's not that it is one of the groups that I think they took 7 years to try to get their LGBT student group on USD together, which Joseph was a part of, and they're putting it on for other students. It's not like it is a USD sponsored sanctioned thing. It is just happening there.
And it's part of one of the things, I believe that it's part of one of the things that the group has to do, you know, for the group. To be able to be a part of the group there, you have to, you know, promote, you have to educate.
Right.
You know, you've got to some sort of education, which I think is what they're doing.
Right.
Which is fine.
Have you ever been to the USD campus?
It's beautiful.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous. In a hill, it's a beautiful campus.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I didn't have time to go on there today.
Well, you must be super busy.
I am, but I'm going to go on to talk about something else. Okay. They're going to have me back.
Well, you know, our favorite Michelle Guerin is on UTTV.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she, you know, we've had Michelle on the show.
Yes.
And we love her because she's tall and gorgeous and big boobs, and she's on UTTV. So
I didn't know
make
that.
sure you tell her we said hello.
I'll be like, hey girl.
Hey girl.
So I think it'll be fun. I was supposed to be on with Roger Hedgecock.
Tell everybody who Roger Hedgecock is if they don't know. Oh, that would have been classic.
But they also only wanted me to come if I was going to be in drag.
Oh, well.
So, yeah.
And you said it was at 11 o'clock and having to do this?
Yeah, I was like, I have my own show to do, bitches. I can't be. Yeah, that's what I told him.
You're like, you can link to our show later.
Yeah.
Here's what we think about it.
The thing about it is that she watches our show. The girl that I talked to.
Good.
You know, so she's like, you know, that she knew about it, so that's good.
She probably follows you on Twitter and wishes that you would twat more.
That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen.
No.
Well, I promise you, when I tweet the show out, we'll tag UTTV in it so they know what you said. Oops.
I say all nice things.
You say all nice things.
I'm just a nice person.
All right, then we're going to move on to the next topic.
The next topic.
The next topic we're going to talk about is relationships.
Oh, yes, because I'm so good at that.
I know you love talking about your relationships in particular.
I've already talked about my relationship.
I said relationships in general.
Oh.
And
my relationship's already covered. I'm marrying a Republican.
And there she is. There's
so that so that we can counteract each other's votes.
Correct. So then they don't matter. Boom. The end. Cock blocking.
We can just stay home and read the newspaper instead of going
and
to
not
vote.
even vote.
Because we know we will cancel each other out.
Relationships.
And we have kids. They're going to they're going to become independents.
Hopefully not going to, I don't know, USC.
Speaking of, George Bush's library opened up today.
Oh, that's right. He got a library.
It's beautiful. I watched it today on the news. I would go to that library. You know, I also want to go up to the Reagan Library, which is supposed to be really beautiful. It has one of the Air Force Ones in the library.
Right.
Yeah.
Where's the Bush Library?
The Bush Library is in Texas.
In Texas.
Yeah. The Reagan Library is just up in Simi Valley.
In Simi Valley. Right. Is in Orange County.
I've been to that one.
And Barbara Bush said today in an interview that she's like, no, we've had enough Bush presidents. We don't need any more. Because they were asking her about her son, Jeb, for 2016.
Yeah, but everybody else is saying yes.
And Barbara said, no, we had enough Bushes.
No, well, but you know what I think, if he runs, you know, because they were talking about that today, it will again be a Clinton Bush candidacy.
Who do you think, if Jeb Bush does run and say he gets the Republican nomination, who do you think he'd choose as his running mate? Mark Rubio?
Palin.
You think he'd choose Sarah Palin? That I would love to see. I really would. I mean,
I don't know. They would need to. I really don't mean this rudely. I know that it will come out rudely, but I don't mean it rudely. They will have to pick someone better looking than Jeb. Because every time, that's just kind of how it goes. You have one good-looking one and one not so good-looking.
But I thought Jeb was the good-looking one of the Bushes.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, really?
No.
Who's the good-looking Bush?
Well, I don't.
Because I don't think George was.
The last George W. I think he's hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Now his son is hot. Or no, Jeb's son. Jeb's son in Florida.
Ooh, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. But I think that George W. I think he was a good-looking man. Oh yeah. And especially when he was younger. Oh yeah. I know why Laura went for him. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, I think that he is a very attractive guy, and I think that he's aged very well. Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'll have to stare at a photo again.
Yeah.
Because I always thought Jeb was the better looking of the two.
And George, I think, was the wilder one. You know, he was drunk and
the cokehead and all, totally.
Yeah.
Well, now he has a library, so.
Yeah, which I would.
Good for him.
Maybe we could go to there on our honeymoon.
And check out books.
I don't think they have books at that library, but anyways, go ahead.
Relationships we were going to talk about.
Oh, what about them? Yeah.
And you love the cock block. You hate the cock block.
Oh, I do hate the cock. Well, what we were talking about, and this has been a repeated thing, and actually Jay brought it up a couple of weeks ago, about the guys that are in relationships and then they go out and they hunt for
a third or a single.
Or, to take home
right.
as a plaything.
Right.
And so it's, you know, everyone has many, many takes on that, and I always find it very interesting that, you know, then you have the single people that are all pissed off because they've been cock-blocked to meet somebody to take home. But then Jay's thing that he was talking about is that you usually, kind of like the presidency and the vice president, you have one good-looking one and one not so good-looking one.
Oh, the vulture couples.
Yeah, then they will send out the good-looking one
to snag this.
Right. And then, you know, when they got them all getting ready and, you know, he's all excited, then, you know, in comes, you know, you're like, woo!
In comes ugly.
Yeah.
And he's all like questioning, oh.
Yeah. In the meantime, that to me, that's a waste of time, because then the other guy has lost out on the opportunity for the single people to hook up with him.
Correct.
And he's lost out because he might not really be into the, you know, the second, you know, the other guy.
Well, and that's kind of the whole thing. I mean, if you're in a couple and you're out searching for a single, isn't the whole idea to find somebody that is going to be sleeping with both of you? Why would you do the lure like that?
Well, okay, my theory is this. I think that a lot of men, especially men, when they get to a certain point of drinking and to a certain point of horniness, they will overlook things
like looks. Because if it's large,
well, it's not like that. But I mean, if you have one guy, I mean, you know, there's that expression, you can put a bag over their face, or yada yada yada.
Right.
But if you have one good-looking person, I think that for some guys with enough alcohol and enough whatever, then that's enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, then you have the one good-looking person that you can concentrate on, and you can let the other one that you're not into perform whatever he may want to perform on you.
And fantasize that it's the good-looking one.
Yeah, so I think that happens more often than not.
I absolutely think it does as well, particularly here in San Diego.
Yeah.
Especially here in San Diego, where it seems like the more I'm on the different apps, like the Scrups and the Grinders, or I'm not on Grindr, but you know, all the different apps.
Yeah.
I rarely see single people. I always see open relationship, partnered, open relationship, partnered.
Right.
And oftentimes I see that we only play together.
Right.
Why? If you're in an open relationship, why do you only play together? What difference does it make? If it's open, open it.
Well, okay, what I don't understand, I don't understand it to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I don't either.
And I think that there are issues on both sides of it. And my issue more is for the people that are single that go after that thing. You know what I'm saying? So and I know many single gay people that will only hook up with people that are in a relationship.
Okay, I see.
You know what I'm saying? And
wow. You know, I never really thought about that, because now that I think about it, there are many.
Oh, there are many.
I see them at the Hole a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, they won't talk to you if you're single.
No.
But if you are in a relationship, I think they like the challenge.
I don't think that it's a challenge. I don't really think it's a challenge. I used it because it's really not a challenge.
Right. It's not.
What I think that it is it is an easy way to get off and continue on with your life without the commitment and the drama and the thing. Because let's face it,
they don't want to date.
Yeah, dating is drama.
Yes.
It is drama. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, yeah.
That's why we're just getting married. We're not.
Fuck the dating.
Yeah, we're skipping the whole dating part. We're getting married. Once we get married, we'll live together, and that's it.
The end.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the drama thing. You know, because dating is so.
It's exhausting.
It is exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Well, not that I don't think relationships can be exhausting too, but dating is exhausting. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I see totally what you're saying now. And what's really funny is, as soon as you said that, I've now thought of 5 or 6 people.
Yeah.
5 or 6 people that I know only go after vulture couples.
Right.
So there are the vulture couples, but then there are also the vulture singles.
You go onto, which I think, it's interesting, if you go onto Craigslist, because I love Craigslist.
Yes, we know.
And actually, speaking of the whole thing, there was one that I sent to Jay after the anniversary party here at Moe's. This guy had posted on Craigslist, because I read my Craigslist every day. I love the rants and raves. And I love the misconnection stories, because those just crack me up. I sucked your dick at the bookstore.
In the Walmart stall.
I know that you were wearing a wedding ring. You probably have 20 kids at home. I really want to get together with you again. Girl, he ain't gonna be on Craigslist.
Right?
He's going to the bookstore on his way home. God. So, I forgot what I was saying.
Oh, the post.
Oh, so yeah, I sent the post. And the post was this guy that was saying that he was they were here at Moe's, and that the one guy that was clearly, he was very clear. I know that you were there with your boyfriend because you were hanging all over each other and yada, yada, yada. But I noticed that you kept looking at me from across the room. If you want to get together, call me. I'm like... So, to me, and that's a prime example of exactly what I was just talking about. Dude, he's with someone.
Right.
He could have been looking at you because you look like a freak. You don't know. But you don't get on there and say, So, this other guy then responds to, and I wish I don't really remember what it says, but this other guy then remarked to what Ed said, and it was like, you need to stay away from, what's your problem? You need to stay away from people that are relationships, and just totally read this, just flat out, boom, boom. It was funny.
And the response would have been, there are no single guys in San Diego. They're all in relationships.
No,
you don't have a choice.
I think there are a million single people in San Diego. I just don't think that people in San Diego want to be in relationships. I think the people that are single and aren't really looking for.
They're looking to.
Or if they are looking for it, which was going to segue into our next part of this, they're looking for something that is untouchable. Their standards are so high that they can't. They made it so difficult.
That's their safety net. So they don't have to be in.
Right. And which the segue is a guy that is gay. He's come out that he's gay.
Right.
But he doesn't want or doesn't like anal sex. He's never
afraid
had
of it.
Anal sex. Yeah, he's afraid of it. He's never had it. Doesn't want to have it. Doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to have anything to do. But he's gay.
And he's afraid that guys are not going to like him because of that.
Right. Right. Now, I have a lot. I have a lot on that. Part of it is that I think that that's just a block that he has somewhere.
Right.
And he may try it and then may not like it.
Right.
Because I do know several gay people that just don't like anal sex.
Right.
They don't want to have it. They don't want to be the top. They don't want to be the bottom. They don't want to have anything to do with that thing.
But most of those people that have tried it at least once.
I believe so, but
probably.
Yeah.
Because that would be my first question, and
But I also know some people. I know some guys that are gay that have never been a bottom ever. They don't want to. They don't want to try it.
Doesn't appeal to them.
Yeah, they just do not want to be a bottom. But then on this other hand, I know some people that are only bottoms. Do not want to be a top. They don't want to. They don't want to try being a top. They don't.
Doesn't turn them on.
No.
Right.
So I think that it is all. It is what you like. It is a
sure.
preference. It's just, you know, it's like on Adam for Adam and Craigslist and Grindr and all of those. You know, people put in there, I'm looking for, well, the one thing that pisses me off is when they're looking for masculine, because there are very few masculine people.
Yeah. Can you be more specific?
Yeah, I mean, there are, you know, things that I think that are masculine may not be what you think are masculine, and things that you think that are masculine. You know, someone the other day said that they only like masculine guys, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Define it. Right.
And they said that are bigger than me. So as long as they're bigger than you, then they're more masculine.
Right. Well, you know,
that doesn't make sense to me.
Jay's kind of like that. You know, he likes the bigger guys. Bigger means
But
more.
he likes the taller guys.
Right, correct.
Right. But I don't think that that's, yeah.
Well, and, you know, it's like I say about all of that subjectivity. It's subjective. It's what do you, I mean, so there are totally levels of feminism. Like, you don't want some guy to say girl all the time, or he can't have a lisp, or, I mean, what do you mean by,
and you know, when I say this, and I've said this a zillion times, and, you know, I would not say that I'm the most masculine person on the planet. You know what I'm saying? But I would also say that I am not the most, by far. I do not see myself as a femme.
Right.
I guess that is.
And see, and then in your defense, here's what I say. I say you like cars, you love your sports, you love your horses and your rodeo and your shit kicking, and so but you're a drag queen. So
that makes me femme, because I wear women's clothes. That makes me femme. But I think that like if I'm not, and I've said this, well, you know, until I'm like blue in the face.
Right.
I am not a neighborhood kind of person.
Right.
You know, I will spend the majority of my time going to straight bars, hanging out with, you know, I hang out probably with more straight people.
Right. Go to Coronado, you go out East County.
Yeah, go to East County. You know what I'm saying? So I think but I'm also super comfortable with who I am.
Right.
That, you know, so when I hear that whole masculine thing, you know, that really kind of drives me insane. Because I know that there are some guys that I know that never have put on a dress that are far more femme than I am. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And you told me once, and I'll never forget it, and it's one of the things that I respect about you more than anything. It takes more of a man to do that than to, you know, get out there on the football field.
Right. Well, I don't know about that, but yeah.
But I'm just saying, you know.
So what deal breakers, if you were in a relationship, what deal breakers would it be for you?
Ooh, deal breakers. I know we've actually talked about this a couple of times.
So like, could you be like, if you met somebody and they were like, I don't want to have anal sex. And I'm saying, because I know that yours is the cheating. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they cheat, boom, they're gone.
Right.
Which I get. But I'm talking about, like, if you were with someone and they were, you know, is there something that you would compromise and not compromise on?
You know, the only, like particularly with like that, all I could say is that I would certainly try. So I'm willing to compromise that much if they would be willing to meet me halfway and, like, you know, maybe play a little bit more in the anal area. You know, I mean, I don't know. Would I say that our relationship is doomed if you don't want to have anal sex? No. But I can't say that I would be completely comfortable with you're the love of my life, end all be all, if I'm not going to be feeling like I'm 100% fulfilled in the relationship. The difference with me is I would be upfront from the beginning. I wouldn't come to you 6 months down the road and say, yeah, you're not giving me what I want.
Right.
I mean, that's me. It's not a deal breaker. I would certainly try, because trust me, I've tried far more and, you know, have been okay.
Right.
But No, I am more for me. For me, if we were only able to have sex once a month, I'd be fine with that. If they would be honest and loyal and trustworthy and not a liar.
So there's not a sexual deal breaker for you that.
Not in a relationship, because to me a relationship isn't sex.
Right. Yeah. Well,
I mean, I want to have it, but it is not the end all be all. I mean, as long as you're gonna, let me suck your cock.
Do you have physical things that you cannot? I mean, I think there are physical traits about in somebody that you want to be with that you are not willing to let go of.
Oh God. Yeah.
Because I know that there are some people that they have some very
right,
and I'm not going to be with anyone
like fucked up teeth and stuff like that.
No. Is there a physical trait that they must have?
Oh, that they must have.
They must have for you to be attracted to them. Like I need to be with someone with a hairy chest. That is not even a.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. I will never be with anyone smooth.
I don't. No, not for me. I really don't think so.
So there's not something you're like, you've got to have.
No.
So it's not a physical thing.
No.
Yeah. See, I have physical things. Which is probably why I'm single.
Because most of everything that
I'm engaged.
But most everything that I try to look at in terms of a relationship with someone is far less exterior than it is interior. Because I can be with somebody exterior and be perfect and flawless, and if they're fucked up inside, we're not going to last.
Right, but see, I also look at it on a longer thing. So, like, let's say me and Jay get married. And then, the sex stops immediately.
Right. I would prefer they have a penis.
Well, that is good. That is good. There are just certain things that I know that I like that would, without the sex.
Hairy chest.
The hairy chest.
Well, see, this I got in.
Like everyone I think I've ever dated, I think has had a hairy chest.
I got into this
because I like to lay I am a cuddler, which is generally only when I'm in a relationship. Because to me, it's much more intimate than the whole.
Right.
Than anything else. So. Yeah, I won't. So I usually don't cuddle until I really like someone. Then we'll cuddle. But I like that feeling of the
Well, in terms of like being in a relationship, when I say penis, I think that's a legitimate thing because I had a conversation with someone on Facebook.
Does it have to have a size, or do you care?
No, I mean I would prefer it not to be exactly small, but I'm willing to make those compromises as well. I mean, if I was to classify myself,
yes,
I would say that I'm sexually bisexual.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate and enjoy sex with women, but I have no interest in being in a emotional, romantic relationship with women.
So would you date? Okay, that's very good. So then, would you date? Let's say that you get into a relationship. Oh, we've got to move on topics.
I know.
We're on this too long. So let's say that you are in a relationship with a guy that has all of your things, and he too is bisexual. But you are not. But you are a monogamous person. So what if he wanted to bring a woman in?
No.
To do with both of you?
No.
See, I would.
I would not, because to me it has nothing to do with gender or sexuality. It has to do with the relationship. I am a monogamist. I am not a open relationship, partnered but play. I am not that type of person. I would not be in a relationship with a woman. Right. There is the big difference, which is why I am a gay man.
Right. See, I think that most of the people that I'm attracted to are bisexual. So I think that is something that, I probably wouldn't matter to me. there are other things that would matter to me.
So if the guy that you were with, say Jay, said, I want us to bring in a woman, you would be like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Really?
It would have to be the right woman. I mean, you know, yeah, I would do it.
So would it be something that you would require it being only a one-time thing? Or
well, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I think at one point in my life, yes, it would have. But I also have gotten to a point too where I think, well, there was more of a time that I thought, you know, I want to have a kid. And if there was a woman that wanted to, whatever that case be, she was a bisexual or, you know, she was a lesbian or
wanted a triad or
whatever, I think I could be in a relationship with that.
Okay.
You know, like I honestly think that I could be in a tri-relationship with a man and a woman.
And a woman, but not two men.
But not two men.
No.
Yeah. Or not two women.
Or not, well, girl. On that note, we should take a break, and we'll be right back. Hello, we're back.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are back.
Yes.
After that very lively segment all about relationships.
Let's talk about sex.
Let's talk about sex. Because
Talk about sex, baby.
know how much
Talk about you and me.
you love your bathhouses.
Okay.
Okay, maybe that was producer Kurt, or former producer Kurt.
I used to love a bathhouse.
In particular, Dave's.
Yes, when I was younger.
Where was that?
That was in OB.
OB, okay.
That was the best bathhouse ever.
A bathhouse in OB. I'm just trying to think about it.
It was fabulous because they had the outdoor pool. Oh, it wasn't really a bathhouse. I mean, it was a bathhouse.
Like a spa, more.
Well, they had a really amazing pool in the backyard. You know, and it was all, the back was all outside.
Okay.
And they had a pool, and you know, you could lay around. And the people that went there were, they weren't sleazy.
Okay.
They weren't like your typical sleazy bathhouse people.
And
so I used to go lay there in the sun and, you know, swim and stuff like that.
Well, and for the longest time, for the 3 years that we've been doing the show,
yes,
we have been talking about wanting to go to a particular bathhouse and do a show. The Vulcan.
And they're closed now.
Fuck.
So we clearly cannot do it from there anymore.
What the fuck?
Well, I guess the guy that owned it retired.
Okay.
You know, he was older. He retired. And, you know, I guess, from what I understand, you can't transfer, you know, the city won't issue anymore license.
Oh.
Bathhouse license or whatever they're called.
Well, what if he would have willed his... Oh, he would have to die, I guess.
I think he would have had to die, and then even then, I don't think that it's transferable.
Wow.
I believe that to be the story. Otherwise, I'm sure somebody would have bought it.
So we had two bathhouses, which was the Vulcan and...
Club San Diego.
Club San Diego.
Club San Diego is now the only one here.
Which leaves us with one.
Yeah.
Note to all you travelers trying to come into town to get up on your bathhouse.
Yeah.
So
do people really come? But my question is, I mean, I wonder if the business for that was down. Because, I mean, obviously I have, you know, I don't go.
Well, all I can say is this. I patrol for Stonewall.
Yes.
And every time, particularly when it's like a holiday weekend,
yes,
or a Pride weekend,
yes,
when we drive down, whatever that is, 4th Avenue, and we drive in front of Club San Diego, there is a motherfucking line
to get in. Yeah.
So people are obviously going.
And I know, you know, like you know, San Francisco didn't have any for a while, and now they have 4.
Oh, wow.
And I know that, you know, there are other cities, you know, Los Angeles has a couple that are, you know.
But are LA's really considered bathhouses?
Yes.
They are.
Yes.
Well, like Melrose Baths or whatever it's called.
Sunset Baths or whatever
Sunset Baths.
Yeah.
Because I know they have like Slammer and
those I think are just more sexy
sex
clubs.
Okay,
right. Like San Francisco also has Blow Buddies, which
Blow Buddies, yes, that's right.
You know, it's kind of, but they, you know, they don't have, it's not a sex thing, it's just a blow club.
A blow club. It's just oral only.
Oral.
It's just oral only.
Oral only, yes. And other minor little fetishes, but yeah.
So do you know, or have you ever been into Club San Diego?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So do they have like a swimming pool and everything in there?
No.
No, they don't.
All of the good bathhouses with the swimming pool are now gone.
Are gone.
You know, Dave's and Vulcan, and the other one was...
Which is now a veterinary... Mustang, right.
You know, they had a pool too. Mm-hmm. You know, so all the ones with the pool, they're all gone.
Well, I wonder what the hell they're going to turn Vulcan into.
I don't know, the building's for sale or for lease or whatever.
Because it was down in Little Italy.
It's a great spot.
Yeah. Like right along the train track.
Yeah.
In Little Italy.
And you know, when it used to be great because there was no residents, nothing down there before. Right. And then I think that also caused a little bit of problem with them because then a bunch of residents, you know, they started building sky rises above, you know, like next to it above it. So then they're looking down into...
And they had like a pool?
They had a pool and an outdoor area and all of that stuff. Which was it was a very nice pool too, you know. Just not as nice as Dave's was.
And see, I think that like places like Palm Springs can get away with their clothing optional resorts.
Right.
Because they don't build up. There's no like high rises around any of those resorts.
But even some of the clothing optional resorts in Palm Springs have closed down, and you know, I don't know. It just, in many ways, to me, it just doesn't seem as popular as they used to be.
Do you think that?
And I don't know why that is.
I think the internet and apps have a lot to do with that.
Well, the internet has really screwed everything. Yeah. I mean, it has really screwed the bars, and it really has screwed all of that.
Remember when you got
used to be social,
dressed up, and like as best as you could look to go out to the bars because you were hoping you might like, well, you know, okay, me, not you maybe, me, back in the day, you would like dress up as best as you could, make sure you were cleaned out in the whole 9 yards to potentially meet somebody out at the bars.
Right.
But you don't do that no more.
No, you do not.
Now you go to the bars to meet your friends to drink.
Right. Yeah. I don't think that people actually know how to talk anymore. Like, you know, I don't think people know how to introduce themselves, and they don't, you know, the art of picking up and that whole, you know, it's not there.
Because everybody is so into the text speak.
And then you have all of the, you know, the couples that are out and they're...
It's all like a vulture.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the internet screwed it for everybody.
I think the internet has screwed it for everyone.
I wonder if it has like dramatically increased like liquor sales though. Because I remember when I used to go out before the internet and the apps and all of that stuff. I mean, it was I'm going to limit myself to this many drinks, and I will not drink anymore because I don't want to be drunk and go home and be all drunk fucky. Did that sound Japanese? I'm sorry.
So you would not then?
I would not drink as much as I know I drink now.
I was going to say, so you drink more now because you're not going to go get
because I know I'm not going out to get drunk fucky. I mean,
but would you meet someone in the bar? Would you, if somebody?
Oh, sure. I mean,
would you talk to them?
I would meet someone anywhere. I mean, I think like the places that I would normally like interact or socialize with people are like the grocery store, the farmer's market,
I used to pick up so many people at the grocery store. Grocery store is a great place.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, for me, it goes back to what we were talking about. I think it's kind of interesting because I almost have turned that off. You know, that whole cruising thing, because I do hang out in so many places that are not really cruisable, if you will. I mean, I'm sure they probably are, but I mean, I don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But also for you, I mean, if you were to go out not as Ophelia, versus going out as Ophelia. Say if you were cruising not as Ophelia, and then cruising as Ophelia. Would you turn down somebody who was...
No, because I'm almost instantaneously in the gay bars. When we've talked about this before. In the gay bars, if I start talking to someone attractive, I am instantly cock-blocked.
Cock-blocked, right.
Instantaneous. And And I mean, it's crazy how quick and how it happens, but it's instantaneous.
And is it mostly by your couple friends or single guys?
It's by anyone that is interested or
in the guy that's interested in you. Got it.
Instantly. It's by people I don't even know.
Okay. But say that didn't happen.
Right.
And the guy was interested in you and you were Ophelia. Would you turn him down based on you thinking that...
If I was Ophelia?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Would you not want to be with him if it was like a fetish thing to him to be with like Ophelia?
Well,
like he was a stalker?
It depends on how hot he is first.
Let me see your wallet, bitch.
Yeah. But then the other thing is...
The social climbing.
Have you ever seen me leave a bar with anyone?
Well, let's backtrack on that. Have I ever seen you leave a bar? Nobody sees you leave a bar. When you leave a bar,
I'm gone.
That shit is stealth.
But have you ever seen me pick up any?
No, I have not.
Jay, when we go to SRO, have you ever? Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
Because bitches in this town talk. Do what?
There are plenty that were after you that I was.
Yes. So I do not. Yeah.
If there was one of them that you were really interested in, how would you go about trying to...
Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
Yep.
That's why you definitely need to get married with quickness. Because, girl.
Now, if I want someone, I will tell, they will know.
They will know.
You know, like I am pretty, you know.
All about you.
Yes.
Have you ever...
I would say, hey.
So say you're at, I don't know, a football game.
Yes.
And there's somebody there that you haven't seen before and you are like really all about their shit. Will you...
Are we talking about like...
Like as Ricky.
What, at the Charger game or...
No, at like the flag football.
Oh, cock-blocked.
Cock-blocked.
Jay has seen it. It is so... I could be talking to someone good looking that I know that I'm not even interested in. You know what I'm saying? That 2 seconds before they have come up to me and have called me by my boy name and have been all, you know, blah, 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 good to see you. Yes! I can turn around and talk to someone that they don't know that's attractive or that they're interested in that's attractive and from almost across the room, hey, Ophelia!
Oh my God.
It just
sucks.
Well, you know, it used to suck, but now it's like...
Now it's like you know it's happening.
Yeah, so yeah. But yeah, and it was funny for Jay to see it because he, I don't think, believed me that it happens.
Wow.
And it was so obvious.
Yeah.
Did that really just happen?
Yeah. It's, I mean, it's funny. I mean, I do find it a little bit comical. You know, but you know, but then, yeah. That's all I have to say.
That's all I have to say. That's why you have to go other places and...
Well, and I think that's part of the reason I don't hang out in the neighborhood. You know, and that I have many more, I really have many more interests that, you know, aren't neighborhood related, so, yeah.
But it is a lot more freeing and comfortable for you to be out of this place where everybody knows you.
Right.
To be able to be you.
Right. And that's why, you know, I mean, I've said for a long time, I honestly think that if I was to meet someone, it would have to be someone that is so not
involved in this.
Not involved in, you know.
Or long distance.
Well,
no, because you'd want to see them a little bit more than.
Yeah, there would. I mean, it would have to be, you know.
Right.
So.
Would you ever, if you weren't getting married to Jay, would you ever date someone in Palm Springs? Like, would that be a suitable distance? Or do you think you're still too well known in Palm Springs that it would be like...
I wouldn't close myself off to dating any, you know, like... I don't think I would close myself off to anyone. It would have to be how involved.
Right. No, I'm just saying because, you know, you're not just a San Diego personality. Right. So, I mean, you could go to, you know, Irvine, LA, Palm Springs, and they're still going to know, oh my God, that's Ophelia.
Right.
But if you did meet that guy, say in Palm Springs, because we were talking about, you know, like the barracks or whatever, so you would have a place, because you love to go to Palm Springs.
I do. In fact, I'm going to be there next week.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I was there last week.
What the hell is going on in Palm Springs? It makes me think that you already have something going on there that might not be rodeo related. It's probably totally rodeo related. But
no, I went to Palm Springs because I wanted to get away, and so I went out to, you know, my friend.
Your favorite house.
My favorite house, and I stopped and got some food, and I locked myself in the house for 2 days.
And on your favorite TV.
On my favorite TV. And it was great. I loved it.
I love it.
And so I'm going back next week.
And you love to go to Dinks, and...
I don't go out in Palm Springs.
Oh, you don't?
Really? I don't go out in Palm Springs.
Unless you absolutely have
Unless I have to. Yeah, I do not go to Palm Springs. I mean, I do not go out. In fact, I just saw Rick, who works out there, who comes to the show on Monday.
Right. Oh, Big Dick Rick.
Yeah, he comes in and he's like, you were in Palm Springs. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, and you didn't come and see me. I'm like, yeah, no.
Oh, that's right. He works at
the tool shed.
At the tool shed,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't go out to Palm Springs. And if I do go out in Palm Springs, oddly enough, it's generally with straight couples I know out there, and we go to dinner.
Right.
And, you know, then I go back to my thing. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Well, when we go out,
maybe I am turning into a heterosexual.
You might be, but we're definitely going back for Pride this year again. So we'll just have to have pool parties at each other's houses.
That's in November.
Because that's all we care about doing.
Just hanging out.
I mean, we'll go to the festival because the festival's awesome.
Yes.
But then, yeah, we just like to hang out at the pool. That's all we do.
That's all.
Pool and drink. Oh, and then strange lesbians come and show us their vagina at a hot tub.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, Jay didn't like that too much either. All right, we probably have to wrap this up because we have to go raise money for Dining Out for Life, which is what today is all about. I
get to go get on a conference call.
You do, yes. Exciting. We're sorry that we were gone for the past 2 weeks. We'll be back next week to talk more about all the things that are happening all around.
Before I go to Palm Springs.
Before you go to Palm Springs.
The rodeo is next weekend. The Palm Springs Rodeo.
Palm Springs Rodeo. Wow. So
it'll be fun. I actually do like the Palm Springs Rodeo a lot.
Yeah, you had mentioned that.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite rodeos.
Do they do it at kind of the same area?
In Banning.
In Banning, right.
In Banning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really fun. It actually is a very, very fun rodeo.
What's the big night thing to do? What, like the party that they have? You know,
on Saturday night they'll have a big dance on Saturday night, and I think that this year it's going to be at Arena. It's going to be in the Arenas area.
Oh, awesome!
So that'll be very good. And the host hotel is in pretty much central Palm Springs District.
Okay.
It's at the Ivy.
Oh, right on.
So it'll be good.
We might have to think about that. Palm Springs Rodeo.
They wanted us to come out there and film.
Oh well. I'm sure you were busy.
I said Jay has to work. It can't be done. Well, I'm going to be out there, but I'm sure Jay is busy.
She'll write a blog.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to do that either.
She won't even post photos to Twitter.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No, my excitement is I'm going out because on Friday I'm having, because my friend, he's going to have some work done at the house, so I'm going to watch them work on the house while I'm there.
Fabulous. Well,
I hope that they're cute.
I'm sure they will be. Happy Palm Springs Palm Springs Rodeo.
Thank you. Well, I'll see you next week.
Yes, I'll see you on Thursday. We'll see you on Thursday, and happy Dining Out for Life, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.